Although a picture is worth 1,000 words, they're often used to hide and hint at the truth. Glyn Philpott, one of Britain's greatest modern painters, whose pictures we walk past every day in these galleries. They only speak to us of the dusty, unsexy past. But if we look into the pictures, into the eyes of the people he painted, and then through them and into the eyes of the artist himself and into his life, we see ourselves reflected.
The hatch is coming open. Okay. It's open. Verified. I'm moving outside.
Here we see the Keeper of the Flame, whose existence has been fairly unknown until now. The subject of the bronze, Henry Thomas, motions faintly to hold an invisible flame. The image depicts a symbolic gesture to the emotional journey of its artists. Glyn Philpott. Philpott painted for artists, actors, actresses, politicians, kings even, and prime ministers in his time. Philpott's home life had Vivian, his long-term man friend, drove him mad, never left his side. Henry Thomas, supposedly his manservant and lover and muse. Daisy, the straight-laced sister who lurked over everything, keeping everything neat and tidy. And Philpott, the man himself. All the while Philpott was producing his portraits, he continued to express his religious faith. His private fascination with the predominantly black male form and male sexuality was often dominant in his paintings, but the undertones of homoeroticism were never explicit until he entered the great god Pan into the Royal Academy in 1933. If you want to know what's so explicit about Philpott's great god Pan, I'll leave that to your imagination. Almost in exile from public opinion, Philpott evermore ensured his need for self-expression. What followed was financial hardship and his artistic character changed. The contrast between his sexual practice and his devout Catholic religion proved difficult to reconcile. Instead, he showed increasing interest in the homoerotic scenes of the male nude, again courting popular rejection. Constant traumas within Philpott's household carried on. He travelled to Paris and Berlin, and then, at the age of 53 years of age, collapsed and died on his bathroom floor. His sister Daisy, in the room next door, when she was told that he was dead, cried, "He can't be. He's always been with me. He can't leave me." Vivian was in Paris when he was told the news. He hurried straight back, emotionally distraught. He collapsed on the train floor, shrieking, "I killed him, I killed him." Manipulative to the last, Vivian couldn't take it anymore, couldn't live without him. Spoke to a close friend who provided him with some pills, and he committed suicide that night in Philpott's bed. Daisy died a few years later of a stroke, keeping the diaries, burning the art, keeping the secrets, watching the pennies to the end. Henry Thomas has no historical voice. Although muse to Philpott and witness to it all, we have no record of him other than the beauty of his form and the paintings he inspired.